You may well have heard of the runner's high, but what about the walker's high? In this video, I'm going to go through what exactly the runner's high is, whether we get this after walking, and if so, what can we do to maximize its effects? Let's begin. Hello, my name's Dr. Steven Hulme. I'm a doctor of chiropractic, currently practicing in the Oxfordshire area, and just wanted to thank you once again for tuning in. And in this one, we're going to be looking at the runner's high, and we're going to be looking specifically at whether this occurs after walking, so the walker's high. So firstly, what is the runner's high? The runner's high is basically a state of euphoria, or a deep relaxing state, or a state of pure joy or delight that is experienced after running. It is usually after a high intensity exercise for a certain amount of time. There are two mechanisms in which this is a result of. The former is what we thought it was for a long period of time, and the second one I'll go through is more of the current understanding based on the current research. So the first mechanism is as a result of endorphins that are released into the body after exercise. Your endorphins are your feel-good hormones. When they're released, you're going to feel good and a sense of joy. And they also, interestingly, act on the same areas of the brain where morphine acts. So it actually can reduce your pain. It is also your natural painkiller. And it's thought that after running, when these are released, that is the reason why you get this sense of joy or delight or this euphoria. The second mechanism is that after you run or you do some exercise, you get a release of what we call cannabinoids. The cannabinoids act on your endocannabinoid system, which then gives you a state of euphoria. Now, you may have noticed that cannabinoids is quite similar to cannabis, and that's because cannabis also acts and affects the endocannabinoid system. And so that's why there's a relationship between the runner's high and the effects that you get on cannabis. Obviously, it's not the exact same thing, not to the same intensity as cannabis, but there are some similarities, particularly in terms of that euphoria or that delight. So the question is, does this occur after walking? Well, one of the main differences right off the bat between running and walking is that walking has a less intensity to the exercise. And so it is thought that you don't get this same effect after running that you would get after walking. And some people would deny that you even get a walker's high. But as you would know, if you've gone on a long, intense walk, that you still get a sense of euphoria to some degree. Now, from my experience, it's not to the same degree that you get after running. And so my thought is that you do get it, but not as much than compared to running. What has been well researched is the effects on depression and anxiety and stress with long periods of walking. There's been a lot of association between improving mental health and getting less depression and less anxiety and less stress after going on a walk. But whether this affects the endocannabinoid system in the same way that it is affected in running is hard to say. There is actually not that much research specifically on the high that is created or experienced after walking. However, there are lots of great benefits that you get after walking. Even if you don't get that same euphoria that you get in running, you're still going to increase your heart rate, you're going to get more oxygen around your body, you're going to be moving your joints, you're going to be stimulating your nervous system, which is an essential thing. You'll be moving your spine, so we've talked about how it prevents back pain or helps to prevent back pain and keep your spine in good health. And you also get a nice sense of satisfaction. If you do it first thing in the morning, it's a great way of warming yourself up and getting your body going. So there are lots and lots of effects, but my current understanding is that you're going to get more of a euphoria if you go on running, purely just because it is a higher intensity exercise. Some people apparently don't get this state of euphoria after running, so it's actually not experienced in everyone, even with the running side. So I would imagine it's a similar type of thing with the walking, but a lot of the benefits you're still going to get. So lastly, how do you maximize the benefits of walking? Well, the first thing is, and it might seem quite obvious, but you just want to walk as fast and brisk as you can, as you're comfortable with. And then you want to go as long of a walks as possible, and you want to go as frequent as you can. Essentially, the higher the intensity and the longer you do that for, the more benefit you're generally going to get. You can also increase your stride length, allow your arms to swing by your side, so you're really increasing that movement in your body, and that's also going to add to that benefit. So that's how you can maximize the benefits of walking and try and increase that state of euphoria. I hope that's been useful. Any questions, please do put them down in the comments. If you have any suggestions or any topics that you want me to cover in regards to walking or generally in regards to health, then I would love to see them in the comments as well. Thank you again for watching. Please do subscribe if you like this type of content and you want to see more like this, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.